Hey guys, SteelBallJack here, and welcome to the first episode of the revived Manga Recommendations series. So basically today, let me re-evaluate the rules and shit like that, because I did it previously in my other ones, but I don't know if you guys checked it out. If you want to check it out, the playlist is right here. Just click the link or check out in the description below. Basically what I do is I look at different mangas from when I was younger that are not... I go to mangas that are not like very well known, not like, oh yes, have you heard of Bagley Boo Bat Bambuff? Yes, of course. That is a good manga. No one's heard of it, only like me and a few other friends. I won't do that shit like that. I'll just be like, okay, so this is manga from my past, and I've reread it, and not a lot of people talk about it. I want to talk to you guys, and I want to hear if you've heard of it. If not, then I want you to check it out because it's pretty cool. And even stuff that I've been recommended from my friends, or even times when I go to local bookstores and I just see this manga that looks interesting, and I just read a few pages and go, yeah, I'll buy this, and I'll read a few like volumes and talk about it. I'll normally only just give you the very initial premise. I won't actually do any spoilers or go deep into it. I'll normally just be like, okay, so this basically happens in the first volume, and this is what this character does, blah 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 blah. So anyway, let's get into today's episode. It's a really good one actually. I'm glad I restarted the manga recommendations with this one. It's from a manga called Ino-san, or Innocent in English, and it was actually recommended to me by a fellow JoJo friend here in Japan, and it's really good. First of all, I just want to say like the premise and stuff. It's set in the 18th century France. And it follows this guy right here known as Charles Henry Sanson and the Sanson family. Now the Sanson family in France are known as the gods of death because they are actually an executioner family, and Sanson right here, Charles Henry Sanson, is actually fourth in line to be the latest executioner. Now the problem with our good friend Charles here, he's 14 years old, he's 14 years old, but he's a crybaby. He's really skinny, he's not used to his job, he's not used to his life, he's scared, even though he's from this family that gets a lot of money for doing executions. The public hate them. They hate the Sanson family, but they're a family that are executioners and they've been around for, well, 4 generations. And the story is basically that he doesn't want to. Charles does not want to be an executioner. He's too weak and he's not really fond of doing it, but he has to do it, otherwise, well, he'll die, because that's his family, that's exactly what they do. And that's the story of Innocent. And I've got to tell you, number one, this is serialized in Young Jump, which is on the Shueisha, of course, because it's Jump, and so it's not for, you know, it's not aimed like normal Weekly Jump and stuff like that. It's a little bit more adult. It's really good. I tell you, I'm really, like, when I picked this up, I was like, it looks good, because I really like detailed art, you know, like JoJo's awesome. This stuff is detailed. I'm putting pictures all over this video. You'll see pictures come across here, there, and everywhere. If you have not checked this out, check out this manga. It is amazing. It is made by Sakamoto Shinichi. He's made a couple of mangas, but he made a manga version of a famous Japanese novel, which is known as Koko no Hito. I've not personally read it, so I have no clue about it. This is the first thing I've read from him, and it's really cool. Also, Sakamoto Shinichi is the name, exactly in the same kanji as well. It's the same name as a Japanese politician, so if you want to search him in Japanese, it's going to be difficult. I guess it wasn't too difficult for me, but at least when I searched it, I was like, why? Well, this guy's like fucking 80 years old. And then I saw like another picture. I was like, oh, okay. But it doesn't matter about age. No one knows my age, and I do a lot. Yeah. Anyway, give this a read. It's really beautiful. Like, the art is amazing. It's so very well detailed. I think it's only got 9 volumes. They're quite thick, as you can see, like this. There's only 9 volumes of Innocent out there. But from this year, they've actually done a full kind of thing, like a sequel that comes after Innocent, called Innocent Rouge, which started this year. I have not finished this series. I'm on book 4, I think. Yeah, I'm on book 4. And so, yeah, please no spoilers to me, because I've not finished this. If you have read it, I'm loving it so far. I've read the 4 books. I mean, really enjoying it. It also has a vomic. If you don't know what a vomic is, it's not vomic. Wait, it's not vomit, I meant to say. Vomic, which means vocal comic. There's also a Steel Ball Run vomic as well, and there's Naruto and other stuff. A vomic is basically, like I said, vocal comic. So it's just a drama CD that you can listen to on the internet. This actually got a vomic. And it's really funny because the person that voices Charles Henry Sanson actually kind of looks like him in real life. Like, he's got long black hair and stuff. This is the guy. The art is beautiful. The story is really interesting. It's set in 18th century, so it's all about swords and stuff. But execution, the story is rich. The art is the best thing about it. The story is amazing, don't get me wrong. But the art is so damn beautiful. I recommend this. Definitely recommend this. If you cannot find it on the internet, you can buy it from like Amazon and places like that, from Japan. This is definitely a comic that you should be proud of having in your manga collection because it's so good. I've just talked so much about this, but yeah, I hope you enjoy this. And I've got another episode coming next week. Next week's episode for the manga, of course, I'm not going to say, but it's something that people know about, but may have not read. So, everybody, thank you very much for tuning in. This was my first episode revival of the Manga Recommendation series. Check it out every Wednesday, Thursday. Love you, peace, bye, and 7, where do I 7?